Hello everyone, we are from group 15 and we have 7 members in our group, and today we're gonna present about the Maybank financial statement analysis. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Clarence Paulus, and before we go further explanation about the financial statement analysis of Maybank company, I will give a short brief about the Maybank company. Malayan Banking Berhad, or known as Maybank, was established in 1960. The founder of Maybank is Ko Tek Kwat. Maybank headquarters located at the Kuala Lumpur, and Maybank also lists as a top 5 banks in Southeast Asia. And in Malaysia, there are 374 branches and more than 2,700 ATM. For product and service, Maybank provide a financial service such as investment banking, Islamic banking, commercial banking, offshore banking, insurance, stockbroking trustee service, asset management, and online banking service. Next, Maybank also provide a community financial service such as business banking, small and medium enterprise banking, and consumer banking. For business banking, it includes long-term loans like short-term credit project financing. And for the small and medium enterprise banking, it includes long-term loans, short-term credit, such as overdrafts, project financing, and trade financing. For the consumer banking, it provides a service and products to the individual in Malaysia, like fixed deposit and saving. And now I will show you the group organization structure of Maybank. So the highest position will be the board of directors, and next following with the president or group of CEO, and under the group of CEO, they will be the head corporate affairs. And that's all for the introduction of Maybank. So now I'll pass this to the next presenter.
Hello everyone, my name is Yasu Jing. So now I will present about why we choose Maybank, the objective of this assignment, and also methodology that we use to complete this assignment. So why we choose Maybank? Since Maybank is ranked first among the listed Malaysia company in terms of market capitalization, and Maybank was ranked 106 in the Banker Top 1000 World Bank in 2020. So we want to know more detail about financial performance and bankruptcy risk of Maybank. The objective of this assignment is to analyze and consolidate financial statement of Malayan Banking Berhad from 2018 to 2020. Then to identify and analyze financial ratio of Malayan Banking Berhad from 2018 to 2020. The methodology that we use to complete this assignment is quantitative and qualitative method, and most of us are using internet as a main method to get all the Maybank data.
Hello everyone, my name is Casey. In this video, I will explain to you about balance sheets and income statements. The financial statement of the bank is somewhat different from most companies. For example, the financial statement of bank, they do not have inventories and account receivables, and also cost of goods sold. There are few differences of classification of this type of accounts. Example item listed in bank balance sheets, which is asset, liabilities, and indemnities. Why do banks
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Alexius. Next, I will present the statement of stakeholders' equity. For share capital in equity of my bank, it shows increase from 2018 to 2019 by 3.28%, but there is no changes in amount in 2020, which show 0%. So this is the formula that we use to calculate the horizontal analysis for stakeholders' equity statement. Next is cash flow. In the table above, we can see that the cash and cash equivalent at 31 December for 2018 to 2019 it shows that the amount had been decreased by 17.13% and continued decrease in 2020 by 7.38%. This is the horizontal analysis formula that we use to calculate the cash flow statement.
Hello everyone, my name is Melina Orkisami. Today I'm going to present about the Maybank analysis. First of all, let us talk about the financial ratio analysis, which is current ratios. It determines a company's ability to pay off its short-term debt. It shows the relationship between current asset divided by current liability. The current ratio for Maybank in 2018 was 0.92 dropped to 0.89 in 2020. As you can see, the value of the current asset ratio in this case is less than 1, which is not very inspiring result. It will be difficult to gain confidence in Maybank's ability to pay off its liability for the coming year. Since its current debts overweight its current asset, it indicates that the company is unable to pay back the creditor back. In this part, first we discuss total debt to equity, which show the richness of a company capital structure. The debt to equity ratio is determined by dividing Maybank's total liability by its shareholder equity. As we see in 2018, the total debt to equity ratio 9.38 decreases to 8.92 in 2019 as well as 8.83 in 2020. The ratio shows more than 1, which means more risk because it means that the company has been aggressive in financing its growth with debt. The more difficult it may be for Maybank to cover off all its liability. Secondly, long-term debt to equity. It compares the total amount of long-term liabilities with its shareholder equity and used to show the amount of leverage a company is using and the amount of debt the company needs to pay. From 2018 to 2020, which is 1.32, as the ratio will increase and showing more risk. The ratio value of 1.32 indicates that this company long-term debt is much higher than its shareholder equity, because higher ratios are thought to be more risky because they have to more liability and less equity. Next, we'll look for total debt to asset. It is used to calculate what portion of a company asset has been financed by debt. As we can see, the ratio was maintained from 2018 to 2020, which is 0.90. This shows that Maybank company owns a healthy total debt to asset ratio and is less dependent on leverage because the ratio remains lower.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nurain binti Abdul Razak from HC19. My PG number is PG19110075. So, I'm going to explain what is asset turnover ratio. The asset turnover ratio is also known as the total asset turnover ratio. Measure the efficiency with which a company uses its asset to produce sales. The asset turnover ratio formula is equal to net sales divided by the total or average asset of a company. A company with a high asset turnover ratio operates more efficiently as compared to competitive with a lower ratio. So, in 2018 and 2019, the total asset turnover is 0.08 followed by 0.09 in 2020. The high value of total asset turnover shows that the company has a better performance in generating more revenue per RN of asset. The highest value of total asset turnover in 2019, which is 0.09. The asset turnover ratio is calculated on an annual basis. The higher the asset turnover ratio, the better company is performing, since higher ratio implies that the company is generating more revenue. For the strength and weakness, so firstly, the strength of Maybank is efficiency in maintaining a company with a high degree of leverage may thus find it more difficult to stay afloat during a recession than one with a lower leverage. It should be noted that the total debt measure does not include short-term liabilities. Next, the strength of Maybank is referred to average days needed to efficiency with which a company is asset to produce sales. So, for the weakness, we found that Maybank problem is inability to repay debts or loans. Short-term debt and long-term debt are two sources of debt. However, Maybank only has long-term debt. As we can see, long-term debt requires the corporation to pay it off over a period of more than 1 year. So, the capacity of the corporation to repay debt is critical to the firm's success. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Azan Idris. Today I will be presenting analysis of bankruptcy for Maybank. To predict the likelihood of Maybank would go bankrupt, we use Altman's Z-score formula to identify whether Maybank would go bankrupt in the future or not. The Altman's Z-score equation is calculated by weighting various financial ratios and comparing their sum to a graded scale. The equation looks like this. Z equal to 1.2 times x1 plus 1.4 times x2 plus 3.3 times x3 plus 0.6 times x4 plus 0.99 times x5. After calculating the financial ratio, we can refer the result for Z-score analysis from the table above. We can see each year, Maybank Z-score amount keep on increasing from 1.1154 in 2018 to 1.0794 in 2019 and 1.0314 in 2020. The Z-score amount for those 3 years indicating the high probability of distress. Based on the grading scale of Altman's Z-score, 0 to 1.8 indicates the company will declare bankruptcy in the future. This can be concluded that the chances of Maybank will declare bankruptcy in the future is very high. Lastly, conclusion. From the research that we have been conducted, we can conclude that we are more understand on how to use all the formula that we have learned before this in this research of financial statement analysis. We can finally use all the knowledge that we gain in this research. For example, we use horizontal and vertical analysis that we learned in this assignment to analyze and understand Maybank performance. Furthermore, we also able to calculate the financial ratio of Maybank to know its market performance, as well as we able to analyze the bankruptcy of Maybank. Overall, this research is good to test how far we understand what we have learned before this in the past. That's all from us. Thank you.